Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild, and today I have a guest with me, and that is EpikTek.
Hello.
Hello, Titus. Or is it Epik? Is it Epik or is it Titus?
Well, the full name is EpikTek, but most people just call me Epik.
Okay, I will just go with that too. I brought you in because I wanted to have another guest, and again, I watched your channel a lot in the last few weeks, and thought maybe it would be nice to have, someone with me that is also into more of space engineers and all that stuff. So yeah, welcome to my world. I hope you will like it. For my people, we'll wing what we want to do today. We don't know. We are not sure absolutely what to do. I have some questions about LCDs, but it could be that we just go around, tour a bit, and I hopefully can impress Titus or EpikTek with. Oh, by the way, channel is EpikTek, but I will link that in the description, so you can find him there. And I saw some of you in the comments there, so
Yeah.
good.
So I think it'll be fun to just kind of wander around and see what you've done, and I mean, like, in a lot of these mods I've never even heard of. I didn't even realize there was a teleporter or anything in
I
Space
have
Engineers.
I have two teleporter mods that will that will do some stuff. I have the Stargate thing and this teleporter mod.
Okay.
The teleporters are for short range stuff. I brought them in so I don't have to fly between orbit and uh, and planetary bases in
Ah,
over and over. So
I hear that's
these
why they put them in Star Trek as well.
it's yeah. They brought them into Star Trek because doing shuttle sequences would have been too expensive.
Oh no, I
And
did
I
not know
think
that. I was just joking, but that's pretty cool.
it's exactly what they did. Why they brought in the beaming, and basically for me it's the same. For me it's the time thing because if I have to fly from base, it is 40 kilometers, and I have a speed mod in there, but in here, but it it still takes a lot of time, and so the teleport is a lot faster. By the way, we are in the Duchessa. I always have to say that because this is one of the ships I absolutely like. I found her, and so it's not my design, and I'm still thinking about getting. I have to try to get the person that made it, and still have to see if maybe I can invite her or him, I'm not sure, into the game and maybe talk a bit about the Duchessa.
It's a nice looking ship.
I
I like
completely
it.
I completely changed things up. It's a drone carrier. The idea was neat when the drones first came out, or the ability to remote control things. A drone carrier was nice to have a drone carrier fly around, use drones to. You are doing that too now. I saw that you are collecting your eyes and all that stuff with basically a drone, and
Oh yeah.
it was for that. But I completely changed it to my small get around and build things ship. Yeah, for my people and for you, we are around my Terran planet, and this is the station I use to bring ores down to the planet. You have to be careful. Down there is the gravity cannon. You might not want to fly too close to it.
Okay. I think. Oh yeah. Okay. I've watched a few of your videos, and this is where you were working in the ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
So this is kind of because you were talking about putting a new floor up here.
Yes, I'm. That's one thing I want to do next when I again work on the station. I want to work in basically living quarters or something like that. And that should be up here. That's why I built this wall so that I can come out here, work with glass or something like that, and then open this up later.
Very nice. I noticed you're using the same airlock door mod that I use.
Yeah, I found them on your channel, so I think I brought them in after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I brought them in after I saw you use them.
Now, did you see the most recent update I did because of one of the
The
commenters?
the sensors, yeah, I saw that.
Yes. That was
I built
so handy.
with Pampered Duchess. I built when she was here. I built with her an automatic airlock that basically reminded me an airlock that closes doors behind you and all that stuff. If we want, we can go there and take a look at it, and then depressurizes the airlock or pressurizes the airlock, however you want it. It's neat to have that, and it reminded me of that because of the sensors. That was one of the points where I really started to like the sensors for things, and I definitely have to use them more. And having them for the airlock doors is also a very, very nice thing.
Yeah, I love sensors. I use them on. I use all kinds of them.
Yeah.
I really like them.
I have to.
That was actually one of the first things that that attracted me to space engineers in general.
You told.
Huh? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you told me you came from modded Minecraft to space engineers. That's why we are a bit similar, because that's basically my way too. I'm coming from modded Minecraft to space engineers, and let me know what attracted you to go to space engineers. That's a good thing to do that.
Well, my channel name actually comes from my modded Minecraft. I made a mod pack called EpikTek, and then I wanted to show off my mod pack, and so I created the channel to do that. And yeah, and then I just enjoyed making YouTube videos. But yeah, no, it was a few years ago when they first added in survival. I'm not sure if it was right before or right after they added survival. They did a free weekend on Steam. And
That could be.
and so I thought, oh, well, this looks interesting, and I downloaded it and I played around with it, and I was so confused. I mean, absolutely, I had no idea what was going on. And I mean, of course, everybody's first experience with space engineers is like that.
It is.
But
Let us go into the hangar. We can.
Okay.
So we
talk and walk.
yeah, we shouldn't. Otherwise, we have to sit down. And
There you go.
by the way, we could, if you want, you could take off your helmet.
In here?
Yes.
I don't have my HUD on. You're right. Huh. Oh, you've got one of those energy shield things. That's cool.
Energy force fields. They are really nice. And otherwise, we could also close the door if there would be a problem with it.
Oh,
I'm still the big problem I always have with building in here. And sorry, I don't want to completely wreck your story,
it's okay.
because is getting things a bit more beautiful, and it shows blank walls basically, and I have to definitely work on that a bit more. In here, I'm storing my small ships. And my broken small ships. That's the main thing at the moment. I wrecked my rabbit.
Oh. Yeah. That's part of space engineers, right? That's wrecking
Yeah,
things.
things
Yep.
break. Yeah, things break. Sorry, back to your thing.
Oh.
You told us.
Yeah, so I was totally confused. And I ended up getting a world with a bunch of like sample ships in it and wandering around in that. And when I flew up to one of the ships, the door, like a hangar door or something, opened up, and I was like, wait a minute, what? How did that happen? And I started fiddling around in the controls and saw that there was a sensor that opened up the door when I got close to it, and I just thought that was the coolest idea.
It is.
And but I ended up, the free weekend was over, and honestly, the confusing and all that, I just was kind of like, I see the potential, but I'm not interested. And then about 4 months ago, they had it was on the Humble Bundle, and I grabbed it on the Humble Bundle, and absolutely fell in love. I mean, like it was like this game was made for me.
It's amazing. I'm playing since, or I'm doing videos since the survival. I think first day of survival I made my first video on Space
Wow.
Engineers, and the before I played the it was basically a tech demo with crash ships into each other and all that stuff. I played that too, but I'm not the creative building in creative big ships, all that stuff. I'm not that kind of player. I'm building in survival and trying to build all that stuff in survival. And so I started basically doing videos with the survival mod, and I fell in love immediately with the game
Yeah.
then.
Hey, oh,
So yeah, this is the production area, still upgradable, so you can still bring in more machines if you need them. And here's one of my Igors. This ship has two, or the station has two
I
Igors.
saw one. Yeah, I saw another one somewhere. I can't remember where. Yeah, those things, man. That was the best mod I ever put in. Was these nanite control factories? I love that you call them Igor as well.
Now I'm just calling them Igor for you, because for me they are the nanites.
Uh,
For me it was amazing because it made my life as YouTuber so
yes.
easy, because hey, I can build and have progress and don't have to run back and forth with
Yep.
materials and all that stuff. Or it took a bit away from building a nice welding ship. But on the other hand, some things you can't weld. If you weld stuff inside your ship, you normally are not able to use a
Hmm.
welding ship.
And
So the nanites
and
do,
it's not,
yeah.
it's not like it's so fast that you can completely, like if you want to build a big wall and you need it done, sitting around and waiting for him to weld it is not normally. So I'm probably going to end up having a welding ship anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But for those little things, not having to run back and forth is huge.
It's for the initial stuff,
Hmm.
basically. It is absolutely nice having if you have a welding ship, you can start initial builds. So make a few thrusters for new ships or something like that. Build that up, and then you could add a beacon and have nanites close to you.
Hmm.
It's the nanites make things possible. I think again, it's for YouTubers, for people that make videos. It's an absolute delight because you can just, again, you get more progress done in the short amount of time you
Yeah.
have. If you just play for you, you can just go and say, okay, I can take as long as I want. But if you're playing for other people, then you kind of have to speed it up, and the nanites really help with that.
Yeah. I end up cutting out a lot of the running back and forth, and it, I don't know, it makes it choppier, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's just, I think it's better for the viewers and it's better for the
yeah,
YouTubers.
yeah,
And
yeah. Hanger control. It's again. I'm trying to I'm trying to do details last, so that's why everything always looks a bit unfinished for me.
well, that's the same for me as well. I end up building, something functional and saying, "Oh, I'll make it look pretty later," and then I never get back
Yeah.
to it. And yeah,
Let us go outside. I have more outside, and we could also go to the moon. We could also go to the planet. We can do that all in a second.
I want to at some point in time try the teleporter. I gotta try it.
Yeah, then let us just do a few more minutes here, and then we
Okay.
can go to the planet, because that's where I have some. I'm starting a new getting around ship. I basically built the no, or the I modified the Duchessa to have a nice ship to get around and maybe harvest some materials and all that stuff, and then I built this huge, very huge ship here. Basically, this is basically my MBT
Where are you?
under here behind you, I think.
Oh, is it free floating? There you are. I see you.
See, yeah, the free floating turn around. Then
Okay, yeah.
this is basically the big thing here is basically my MBT.
Okay.
I made the jump to Mars with this thing here, and stored
Ooh.
some ships in it and all that stuff.
I always love looking at the way other people do Windows. Everybody's got a different kind of technique for doing Windows, and I love it.
Windows. I love to play around with the glass. The glass is a problem because I think it's a bit performance heavy. But
Really?
yeah, they did something to it, so it works better now. But in the beginning, glass was performance heavy, and so building with a lot of glass or solar panels or something like that was a real pain. But I really like to work with the glass, and I would like to do it more and more. But I have the fear that it breaks my game at one point. And again, glass is not so meteorite savvy, let's say it that way.
Oh, yeah.
This was my first try to make a really, or not a really big ship, but a bigger ship. And man, I didn't fail, but again, my ships mostly end up a bit gray, and then I have to build and build and build to make them more and more beautiful.
I like this. This thing makes the MBT look ugly. Like,
No. The MBT. I looked. We could now stroke, pat ourselves on the back constantly, but I really like the MBT because it has an unusual form that is not like this typical sleek, slender, fast-moving spaceships. I really like that because it really looks like a workhorse, not like a fast-moving, super fast, elegant ship. I'm a fan of that.
I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know how that's a compliment that it doesn't look sleek or fast looking. It looks more like a workhorse.
For me, it is. That's why I like. That's why I like the Duchessa. I found a lot of ships and all these bomber, fighter, fast-moving, super sleek ships. I don't like them. I absolutely don't like them. I like my ships rugged and robust.
Well, okay. To be fair, I'm the same way. I wouldn't say, I don't know. I like the sleek look, but I also like to be able to look at something and say I know what that does. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Like I see how that works because all the guts are hanging out and.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a bit of a build to have a ship to explore, being able to build, to explore, and to mine materials. That's why we have all the mining and more. This ship, for example, has 3 Igors or nanite factories, and then the beam drills. Basically, that's one of the things I can suggest to you that you should get if you want.
I've seen several people have recommended the beam drills, and I'm thinking that I might have to do that just because, especially now, because the amount, like in my latest episode, I just discovered that I'm yet again out of uranium because
I told you,
Igor, yeah, those nanite factories mining, whoa. They just use so much.
Igor is taking a lot of uranium. It takes a lot of energy, and
Yep.
mining uranium with Igor doesn't work. The beam drills have the same problem. They take a lot of energy, but they are a lot more efficient when it comes to that. So they take in a lot more ore. By the way, if you want to refuel your hydrogen or your your oxygen. You can do that in here. There's a medical station in here. On the
Oh,
station, there should be one too.
okay.
They
Actually, I probably
should be hooked up. Yeah.
probably should do that. Oh, you
We
don't.
could get you some. We could get you some.
Oh, I should be fine. I wasn't even halfway, so.
Yeah, it's just I don't want you to suffocate while you are here.
That's just considered being a bad host, letting your visitors
Yeah.
suffocate.
Yeah, that is bad. And down here is the beginning of my new getting around ship kind of. I'm going for a bit more naval. Yeah, really
Cool.
ship-looking ship, and I found a different ship on Reddit that someone built over a lot of weeks and did good, very nice documentation of it, and inspired me. It inspired me a bit, and I will take in the stuff I got from that and build basically my own version of it. So, and now you have to tell me if you know the ship that's in the shipyard here.
The ship that's in the shipyard.
Yes.
Oh, over with the orange bands
Yes.
over here.
Yes. The
if
only
if-
spot of color I have in here, my orange shipyards.
Am I supposed to recognize it?
If you do, it's nice. If you don't, it's okay. I just try everybody out if they recognize it, but some don't.
No.
I don't know how science fiction how much of a science fiction fan you are.
I love
do you
science
know
fiction.
The Expanse?
The Expanse. That sounds familiar.
It's a book series that now got made into a science fiction series on sci-fi, and it is also on Netflix. And it's the ship out of this series. Basically, I tried my hand on doing a bit of a not remodeling. How is it called? Making a model of that, and it's dragging me down at the moment. I was sick and couldn't record for a week, and so I had time to build on this. And basically, this is showing the outside of the ship for the first time in a nearly done state. At least when it comes to most of the forms, details still missing. That's always the case for me.
Oh wow, you've done a
And-
great job. While you were talking, I was looking up. I found a picture on Google, and yeah, you did a great job of matching the form.
Yeah,
That looks
yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
There was someone in on Reddit for space engineers that wanted to make the drive section of the ship, and I still hope he does it, because basically I requested if he would make a small version, as a small version, so for the small blocks, but the same size as the big one, because I found drive sections for the ship and they look really, really nice. But this is done in small blocks, and the big drive section thruster on the back is for the big blocks, and the small thrusters are too small for this size, and it's so bad because I would have liked to have a nice back thruster for that thing. Yeah, the weird part about this ship is I'm switching between German and English. That happens when it's late.
That's
The
never
big
happened
part
to me.
is the big part is it is basically hard science fiction. So there normally is no artificial gravity in these ships. So they rely on constant thrust. So that's why the decks are, basically.
Okay.
It's basically upside down, not upside down.
Yeah, I know what you mean
yeah.
though. Yeah,
And
Go ahead.
yeah, I tried my hand on building some upper decks here basically, and doing this all in small blocks to have a bit more detail. Basically, the big blocks they you're missing details if you're building with the big blocks, but the small blocks have the problem that they then you can have a lot of detail or a lot of performance.
So you could do a mix.
Yeah, with rotors and all that stuff, and
Well, not rotors. Use connectors. Those are a lot more stable.
yeah, yeah. The problem with that is then I would have to, and I could do that, use a script to use the drive then. Problem with the drive is, let me, can I show that to you?
Would you have to? Oh, with a connector you would, yeah. With a connector
Yeah, you
would.
can't, yeah, you can't use the, sorry, losing my voice here. With the connector, you're not able to normally use the thrust. And so you would have to, yeah, find a way to, and I know that there is a script, I even have it, so that you could use, I think, thrusters behind. Does it work for connectors? No, it just works for rotors, I think. So
Well, I think
would
it
have
just,
to.
well, it's a connected grid, so I think it would still work. But even if you just did it for the rear engines, and then just had a button for the go forward button. You could even have a couple of for just regular maneuvering, but when you want to accelerate fast, you press this button and the rear section lights up at full speed.
Yeah. I can't show you the. I could connect the big thruster. The problem is the big thruster that someone made. Someone made already a mod for the big thrusters and all that stuff. It is too big for the. This is supposed to be an accurate model lengthwise and all that stuff. And the big thruster is just too big, and the small thrusters are too small. It just doesn't fit well together, and so I have to rely on building a big back section with a lot of thrusters. I already thought about maybe integrating more mods. I tried my hand on not using too many mods for the small ship here, but I'm thinking about this. There's a mod that uses thrusters that interconnect, that they look like one big thruster in the end.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. That would probably work pretty well.
Yeah, and they are also very OP. Let's say it that way. We could take a look at that. My mining ship, my very basic mining ship, has the thrusters on them. These. The Secton modular thrusters or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I've thought about these on more than one occasion myself, just for, they
are very, very neat, and I really, really like them, but sometimes I feel they are too crazy strong.
Yeah, that's... See, I don't like overpowered stuff. It's one thing if it's graphically nicer, but
You could say that for the nanites or for the mining beam too, but on the other hand, they take up a lot of energy. For the Secton modular thrusters, as far as I see it, they are not taking more energy, or a lot more at least, for the speed they bring and all that stuff. It's crazy. So, what we could do now is go to the planet, and I could make a cut then, and we could take a look at that. So, what you do is, I don't know if it takes you with me if you're on the platform. We could try that. it is set to a specific thing. So if you middle click, or I don't know how it's configured for you. For me, it's middle click. The panel. There's a teleport button. You should be able to just press it if you don't get beamed down with me.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
And we land at the planet, and then we hope when we come to the planet, nothing explodes.
Oh, I came with you, it looks like.
That's neat. And now loading times.
Yeah, I'm embedded in the platform. Oh, there we go.
Don't die.
Oh,
please.
That was
don't
cool.
die.
No, it looks like everything's good.
If you're in single player, if you're in single player, the teleporter works really, really fine. I never died or I might have died when I'm using it, but it got a lot better. Now we are testing out if the new voxel update for the dev version does something here on the planet. How's your feeling?
What do you mean?
They announced in the new update that we have that there is updates in the voxel engine and voxel stuff. It could be I'm again on low. I think I set my settings to low again.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I hear a lot of people complain, and but I actually get pretty good performance, even on planets. So it doesn't seem that different to me. But then again, it wasn't.
Sometimes
slow for me anyway.
Sometimes the performance is not too good. A lot of people complain about having no FPS on planets. That's nothing I saw, but